What a wonderfully miserable morning. It's very wet out here. So a few of you have had some concerns about, sorry, gotta open a gate, about my chickens and where they go when I have the doors open in the shed. So this is my shed. This is where I do all my brooding. And when you open the doors, they can, the chickens in particular have this propensity to want to perch on things that are high. So what happens is they kind of perch, and then they decide they see something and they want to go run, right? So there's been some concern about where the chickens go and if they run off and if they get eaten and stuff like that. And the answer is no, they don't. And I'm gonna show you why. So I have this entire run here, and it's this white fence, and it goes all the way down in there. And yes, I do have predators come up here and stuff like that eat my chickens, but or can eat my chickens. But what happens is, and you can see them over there, the little, figure out where my finger's going since it's all backwards, the little chickens here, right? So those guys, they want to be with the other chickens. Chickens they're dumb, but they're social too. So if they get out of here, which sometimes they do, they seek out company. So they don't just go cooking off into the road there. It ain't, or hang out over there in the woods or something. It ain't like that. You can see here what I'm talking about. They want to perch on these edges to these brooder bins, and then they go running out here. But what happens is when they come out, they sit on this deck right here, and they see all the guys over there. And the chickens are small enough. You can see I got a couple out already that they fit through that fence, so that they don't just disappear, or get eaten immediately. They run through that fence there. With that said, hopefully, as long as my fence guy decides to get off his ass and do my fence, this poultry fence that I have is close to 2x4, the spaces between it. And what that means is, let's take a look at it. Got this fancy new application here. If I press this button, I can switch to my other camera. So the spaces between here are actually closer to 3x4. And what that means is the chickens can jump right through it. They tend to see something on the other side. It's the whole grass is greener thing, right? Like the grass over there looks the same as grass over here to me, but to them, they want the grass over here. So they jump through. Now this fence is supposed to stop the baby chicks from getting through, but the problem is it sags. So the fence itself will sag, and these little things at the bottom here that are meant to keep the chicks in actually don't. No matter how tight I stretch it, it doesn't stay up like this. So the chicks they jump up and go right through. Now with that said, back to the fence thing. If my fence guy puts his fence up, he's supposed to put the fence up this week. I have my doubts. But if he puts the fence up, these spaces will become woven wire, and it'll be 2-inch by 4-inch. So it'll be about that long horizontal, and just about the same in height. And what that means is that fence will become a lot more rigid. It's actually woven knotted wire is stretched real taut to keep horses in and stuff like that, livestock, and that'll help keep the chicks in the run. Now you're probably thinking, okay, well, your duck shed, no, my duck shed will be in the woven wire fence. So realistically, any of the chickens that get out of the duck shed will actually be within the run. So it won't be an issue, and we won't have to really worry about any chickens, getting eaten or disappearing or running off or, whatever. They'll all be safe. Not like they're unsafe now, They're just not as safe as they could be. So we'll get there. It takes time. You got to remember, I'm really still within the first year-ish of setting this stuff up. So it takes a little bit. I don't have all the monies in the world. You know, your donations help greatly. I really do appreciate that. They do. I have it priced in a way that it does cover the cost of the corn and the feeder over there and give me just a little bit extra so I can put it toward things like this. So I hope to some extent, there's Ron there making a bunch of noise. I hope to some extent this assuages some of your concerns and makes it a little bit easier to accept that not all of my chickens are gonna immediately run out and get dead. Oh, my box of filters fell over. Stupid wind. Yeah, they're not gonna immediately run out and get dead. That's not how it happens. If that was really the concern or really the issue here, I'd have tons and tons of dead chickens. Like God, at night I open this door. I mean, you can see them all here. They're all kind of like crowding against this fence. I can't open that door without all these damn chickens coming out. It's seriously 60 chickens crowded up against that door. You can't get in there. And I'll do a video on that later tonight so you can get some laughs. But it's ridiculous. Yeah, don't worry about them getting dead. It's okay. I promise. You know, I got a lot of birds and not a lot of death. So it's really good. Not a concern. So if you do have questions, leave a comment. Like it, subscribe it. If you hate it, let me know why. Instead of just giving it a downvote, just let me know why. I really do want to know, and critiques and criticism help me get better, right? Anyway, see you later. Have a good day.